All right, guys, new advisories in, and no surprise to anyone, we now have a 100-mile-an-hour Hurricane Helene, which is making its way toward the northeast, over 10 miles an hour. So it's going to continue to accelerate. It's going to continue to develop, and we are still expecting a major hurricane, 115 miles an hour, to make landfall somewhere in the Florida Big Bend tonight. All right? It's already pushing that water up toward this area. We've seen water rise in the Keys. We've seen water rise in Fort Myers, into Sarasota. All these areas are starting to see the water rise and the water come up. That only gets worse as we go on through the day, and this thing makes a more steady northeast turn and obviously continues to intensify. All of your preparation should be done. If you were asked to evacuate, I hope you have. You can still do some sandbagging, but here in Tallahassee, the rain has begun. We are 7 inches above average for the year, okay? So we got soaked yesterday, and all that means, guys, is that we are talking about getting a loose soil for the wind to come in and move this thing around. Could this be, Stephanie, the strongest hurricane that we've ever seen in Tallahassee? Time will tell. Back to you.
That it will. And a little shift to the right or the left is going to make all the difference. Jim, we're going to check back with you in just a couple of minutes. But first, I want to get everyone to all the information that we have this morning. We now have a state of emergency across 5 states: Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. This morning, schools across Florida and Georgia are canceling class. Alabama DOT is opening evacuation routes for people looking to get out of the storm's path. And Tampa International and St. Pete Clearwater International Airports are suspending operations. So if you're just joining us, winds at 100 miles an hour, Category 2, and it's forecast to become a Category 3, still moving at 12 miles an hour. This thing is going to pick up even more speed, but look at the width of this. I mean, this is massive. It is a mammoth storm. Already seeing the rain coming into Florida. We also have a front up into the southeast. That's causing heavy rain. Tornado warning as well there along the border of Georgia and South Carolina. Multiple flash flood warnings already. Atlanta, we were really wet yesterday. Everything has kind of shifted a little bit to our east, but there's even a tornado warning down into Florida, and we're going to see more of this as we go through the day. It's going to be a very active day. A lot of these tornado warnings are for cells that are within range, so it's hard to see. They spin up quickly, and they're moving very fast. This one's going 25 miles an hour to the north. That is very fast for a tornado, and you can see all the rain associated with it. Edgefield, Evans, Pleasant Lane, seek shelter immediately. Go to the lowest level of your home. A little bit hard to see that rotation. We're kind of in a radar drought area that we're pulling from far away, but we have seen that rotation coming up with this cell. And so if there's rotation, then at any moment you can have a tornado. So Clarks Hill, if you're along 221, even if you're along some of the highways north of here, I'd watch out. Brunson Crossroads, there's Pleasant Lane again, 8:30, and into Cambridge at 8:49 a.m. So if you know anyone here, maybe wake them up, let them know that they should get away from the windows and watch this closely here for us. So what happens when you have a major hurricane coming into the Big Bend? Well, we are going to see catastrophic damage. We're going to see significant damage to structures wherever you hit that eye wall, life-threatening surge, also damaging winds going well inland. I'm talking about the Carolinas, even up to Tennessee, and then, of course, catastrophic flooding. And we're already seeing those flood warnings that are posted. Multiple advisories here across the board. We are going to see it move very quickly inland. It will make landfall tonight, and then as we head into tomorrow, it'll be in the southeast. And Dr. Postel, this has every aspect you could possibly have in a hurricane, from the flooding, from the surge, and we also have a tornado threat I wanted to get to real quick here for us at the end.